Using the mind to overthink, focus on worst-case scenarios, and blame others for the problems of the world is one of the best ways we can ensure that we will feel unwell. Constant complaining and a habit pattern of focusing on the feeling that life is unmanageable can easily lead us down a path that leads to fatigue, depression, and apathy. When we start to see that this way of employing the mind is a habit, then we can start to make choices to develop new habits. We don't develop new habits of the mind because there is a certainty that they will lead to improvements in our life, but instead we make a shift from being fearful of our experience of life to trusting that things are going to work out simply in the hope that things will get better. Yes, this takes faith and trust, and that is the whole point. I have personally experienced profound healings in my life every time I have dropped the dramatic crisis energy of being sure things were a disaster and just believed I was being taught exceptional soul lessons, even if I had no clue what they were. Ups and downs are constants. Disappointments and pleasure are temporary. Everything is changing. So, why get stuck in the fear? Fear is such a nasty place to be, but so many of us park a chair there and just stay. This is unfortunate. Our circumstances are always forcing us to develop, and the trick is to see if we can actually trust this evolutionary process. I know this sounds like crazy talk. We are supposed to trust the disappointments? Well, yes, we are. And while we're at it, we can learn to trust our failures, heartbreaks, resentments, and all the flavors of what we consider setbacks, as well. This is how trust works. It's not that we know things are working and evolving well. We don't know. We have no clue. We are, in fact, confused as hell. This confusion is truth. Any belief that we know what is going on in our lives is only opinion and can change at any time. This is why we must trust, because we know nothing. This is pretty advanced spiritual guidance we are talking about here. This ability to trust our life, especially when it seems like it isn't working out. Trust allows us to relax, and this is a true gift to be thankful for, especially when we know the detrimental health effects of being immersed in stress and worry. When we really relax into trusting our soul path, we can surrender into these peaks and valleys of human experience and not fight and suffer more than we need to. We can even become grateful that the winds of change and challenge are always blowing. That is why the affirmation, "I trust my path," is so powerful. I trust my path opens us to everything, really opens us. It dissolves the fight and allows us to let go of the struggle and resistance to our circumstances. When we start working with the affirmation, "I trust my path," we fall deeper in love with our personal life path and find we are able to let the path itself guide us, instead of letting our fear and anxiety attempt to be in the driver's seat. "I trust my path" allows us to recognize deep within our own being that our own path is giving us all we need, even if it's hard, and even if at times it's painful. I trust my path means moving beyond trying to control our journey at all. It means accepting in our hearts and in our minds that every moment being offered is what we need. Here is an example of an intention that embraces the energy of "I trust my path." I am committed to my own soul journey. I am committed to becoming free of all barriers that presently exist within my own personal soul patterning. I am committed to why embracing love and connection is my inner compass on this sacred path. I trust that all circumstances being presented to me in the moment is my soul path and is offering me everything I need to embody my soul journey. Words like these are powerful. When stated inwardly or outwardly, they will point our life in a fresh direction. They are like a promise to ourselves that we are committed to our own journey. And when we inevitably forget that we are committed to this path, our own commitment will hold us true, even if it doesn't feel like it. Committing to the affirmation, "I trust my path," will remove some obstacles and bring others to the forefront, and in the midst of it all you will up-level your life by deepening your trust and letting anxiety dissolve. It won't happen overnight, but bit by bit the stress will come off your shoulders, and the exhaustion in your face will erase, and people will ask you, "What has changed about you?"